Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice with me, Alpha Mega, and Turkey. So, in the previous episode, we have seen Japan absolutely steamroll China, which led to what I can only say is explosion of world tensions, and we'll see how it's going to continue today because Germany is going to advance on Poland very soon. First it's going to annex the rest of Czech country, making Slovakia independent. Or maybe that next time, I don't know, man. This situation is a little bit weird, so we'll see what's going to happen with everyone. I don't want to make any educated guesses, and we'll see based on that what's gonna come next. In the meantime, I'm really happy to report that our stockpiles are looking amazing. We have over 10,000 uniforms, we have 2,332 infantry equipment in stockpile, we have a lot of mortars, we're upgrading them. We're starting to stockpile some support equipment. We're stockpiling a lot of mountaineer equipment. This is actually where I'm gonna probably steal some factories soon. Same with the cavalry, horse equipment, horse transports, reconnaissance equipment is being upgraded. So things are looking really good for us. I mean, I'm not entirely sure how long that's gonna hold, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. When are we getting? Oh, very soon. Alright, so partial mobilization next, and then we're gonna go with the preliminary war. Actually, is it preliminary? No, that's just war propaganda. Alright, because we need more of that support from our dear people. But partial mobilization is a bit more important, and we'll need to... Okay, we're still okay when it comes to stability. But we will need to keep an eye on it and probably look at some ways how we can boost it, because once we enter war we're gonna get a severe hit and stability is gonna crumble like a house of cards. Like a house of cards. You guys will be deployed soon. Manpower is increasing, but yes, we've already established that we will need to extend the bucket a little bit, which is why we're actually boosting the war support. Oh, actually, we can't do it. We need to be at war. Okay, then. That's not great. But alright, let's go with partial mobilization next. What's next here for us? I'm tempted to get this one, but 70 days 4.1 just seems like such an issue. Okay, you actually give us a decent bonus to the military construction. So let's get that, and then we're gonna get the Open Art Institute. Actually, can we get the war economy? No, we need 50 war support, which we will not be able to get in any way. So that pretty much does it. Yes, we need you for the military factors and then the agrarian reform. So, Montreal Convention, that's gonna remove the demilitarized from our capital. You guys can finally start looking at... Wait, at the radios over here. We need the core HQ radio, which is gonna give radios to all the command division HQs, 360, which means we'll get more organization. With the use of radios, the HQs will have more control over the operations. Even the core level will have direct tactical communication with the units in the field to coordinate maneuvers. Divisional HQs will require an additional 2 radio equipment. I'm actually thinking though, because we haven't really prepared any. I know there's a mechanized one, I'm not sure what else is there. Well, we'll see. And we need to start pouring some XP into you. So let's start by giving you 2 more pack artillery. No, actually that's stupid. Starting with that is stupid because we cannot really make that happen. Let's instead give you the Mountain Support Company. Yes. And see what the effect is gonna be. Alright, it bumped us up to 30, but still not bad. So you guys will need to drill next. Massive Chilean earthquake. An earthquake of a magnitude of 8.3 struck central Chile, killing around 28,000 citizens and destroying 3,500 houses. Conception was the worst hit, with almost all of the city destroyed, making this the most destructive earthquake in all of Chilean history. In response, around 50 countries sent all kinds of things to help the Chileans recover, with the Argentinian and Brazilian helping the most. I guess that's Argentine and Brazil, or Argentinian and Brazilian citizens helping the most. Alright, so we'll be just about on time to start that war propaganda. 90 days. Yeah, it's gonna be right about on time. Yes, I know. Should think about starting to produce also the Zrhdeoji anti-tanks, because those will also be needed. How are you guys doing? Alright, we have almost 2 full production lines. That's actually really neat. Unfortunately, we need to build you next, and I don't want to, but we have to, really. It's something that I cherish. But we will have to. But we'll build it once we finish the civilian ones. Lack of fuel already? Really? That didn't take a long time. Current penalties, nothing. Well, alright then. Thank you for nothing. Let's import from Venezuela. For a bit at least. Now you guys, did you get what you need? Yes, we can drill now. And we'll start giving a little bit more. Nicely done. Alright, we're almost done with the mountain artillery. And here comes the pain. 8mm critical weapon. Alright. Oh, okay, we had you here. Alright. Yes, they already researched it. It would make sense again to boost this, but we just don't have enough experience. So at this point, we just can't. So let's just switch on to the critical. We need 38,870 of these. I'm officially gonna put you guys as the priority targets for the upgrades, because you're also using infantry rifles, right? Yes, 600 for this. So you'll be the first ones to be equipped with this. Research slots. So what can we do next? Okay, so you did not give headquarters. Tank rifles. Oh, we don't have the machine guns done. Let us get the light artillery next. New howitzer design taking advantage of new hydraulic recoil devices and longer barrels. Yep, and it's gonna replace the top rack. So, oh nice! For weeks on every street, in every square, no one could escape the posters and slogans. Vote for us, vote for change, vote for continuity. Speeches, special reports in the newspapers, party meetings, and door-to-door canvassers. Now the time has finally come, the day of the vote has arrived. Will we be able to defend the majority, or have its political ideas become obsolete and the people chose change? Already tomorrow morning, when the day awakes, it will be certain who will determine the fate of the Republic of Turkey for the next years. It will be us, I think. Let's get the war propaganda going, so that we are not forced into a negative recruitment. Alright, things are looking really nice. Finished another civilian factory. And what I'm actually thinking, what we need to do is we need to start with the... And it's so expensive for us though. Do we need the operatives for anything right now? Not entirely sure we'll need them, but do we need them now? That's the question. Food is fine. Alright, so we'll get the results of the election. I would have expected us to do so, but maybe we won't. What if we turned you into the Daituaji? The game would allow it, but Special Forces cap would go insane. I'm not entirely sure that's a great idea. Alright, we're almost okay on everything, just the radios are missing. And those will be taken care of very soon. Cool. You guys will be recruited soon. Now, yes, we will need to start producing the armored cars. Coming in 2 days. Alrighty. So it's gonna be interesting. It's going to be interesting. We have to pour more factories in them, as we said before. Right, so here's the armored car free. So because you are done with that, I think right now might be a good time to... Yeah, it might be a good time to look into the other things. But again, anything that we build here is just gonna make things harder for us. Or what we research here though. Okay, so this is helping the commando battalions. But I don't think that allows it. There was a... Yes, here. This is what we want. We need to get the paratroopers first, and then we get the commando battalion. Alright, so go with the paratrooper equipment. By incorporating airborne forces into our army, we can make forced entries and position key troops in previously inaccessible areas, allowing for new tactical opportunities. Now, it might seem like a weird thing to research, but the commando battalions give massive bonuses to operations, and that is exactly what we need for our units. Alright, so you guys... Actually... Not you guys. I think that we are going to... Oh, no. We already gave them the artillery units. Signal attachments, what would be the effect? Yeah, it would help organization significantly. We would need radio support, field uniforms. That's actually not a bad one. I might want to do that eventually, but alright, we can't really do it right now. So let's instead give you guys the pike artillery. That's gonna make you drill again. It increases the amount of artillery we need to get. Alright, but we have discussed that we need to start working on the armored cars. Now the armored car, again, this would be really good if we could just get them, but we cannot. Alright, so this is gonna be Gözcü. We're gonna 1949 Gözcü. Let's rename you and put you into production. Our own service car. So I'm gonna put one of you here. What else? What else? What else? One from the uniforms. And one from the cavalry equipment. And we don't have a tank production capacity. Or rubber. That is really bad. Alright, so the tank production, tank assembly plant. That is gonna be something that we need to get before we start producing them. Because this is not... Yeah, this is gonna be a waste if we do it now. Alright, so instead, one on you, one on you. And 2 on you then, infantry equipment, because we need to upgrade that. And we need to put tank assembly plant because we don't have any. Alrighty. That's not great, but not much I can do with that. Not much I can do with that. We just need this done. So for the next couple of months we are going to not produce any military factories. We are just gonna produce tank assembly and rubber refinery. I mean, it has to be done. We need a certain level of autarky for this kind of operations. How's the... Oh, we are already partially mobilized. Nice. Alright, so this one we would need 50 war support. That's not gonna happen. Demobilize what? We need 25% war support. Alright, so thank God we're actually doing the war propaganda, because that is going to kill this effect. Strikes, yeah, I need to get rid of that. Good that we're not doing that. I need you. When's the excavation 2 coming? 58 days. Concentrated industry and advanced machine tools also. So that's gonna be a big boost to the economy in rapid succession. I don't think we can do that. So I need this one, and that actually starts killing. It's modified to 81%. So I get about addition of 40,000 men, something like that. Alright, you guys also need to drill. Not gonna... Well, actually we're getting something from it. It's not completely negligible. 24.4, yeah, it's gonna go away. And we'll be fine. But yeah, okay, we need to know and remember that we now need to keep it above 25%. Because that's not where we want to be. We're gonna get additional 10% boost now from the Montreal Convention. I can speed it up, I think, a bit. I think, what are we missing? A little bit of steel, but that's just impacting the ship upgrades. That's nothing really that big of a deal. Good, good, good. Okay. We're gonna produce more than one per day of the mountain artillery now, and radio equipment is also getting nicer. So the prospects are 73 days and 44 days. But don't forget, and just remember that we're getting the core HQ radio that's gonna increase the situation for us. Alright, Istanbul is no longer demilitarized. And we can go with the agrarian reform. That's additional 2% of factories for us. Alright, the rest is, not that important, but we'll take it. 88 days though, but it's definitely gonna give us at least 2 more factories, so I'm happy with that nonetheless. The Montreal Convention. Great news. The international community agreed we should have full sovereignty over the Turkish Straits. The demilitarized era is over. We should start building our defenses immediately. So yes, both 7% for civilian and military factory. That is decent. The extra factories are gonna go to the infantry equipment, which is good, because we need more of those. I want you guys to be upgraded as fast as possible. And your performance is still really bad, but you're getting the new weapons, so you'll get better with time. 4.71. So in 2 days I'm gonna throw more pack artillery at you. The Japanese army embraces Nanshin-ron. Army mobilization again. I think at this point we might jump at it. So I'll give you the third pack artillery. Let me just see. We have a reserve army. It's gonna give us less political power gain, but less attrition and a little bit less output of dockyard and lowers construction speed. But the performance of the unit in case of a conflict will be good. Alright, let's mobilize. So Nanshin-ron. The armed forces of Japan have long acknowledged that the Empire of Japan does not possess the natural resources needed for prolonged war effort. With rising tensions and outbreaks of armed conflict involving the world's major powers, the threat of loss of import seems greater by the day. To counter this, Japanese strategists have come up with a strategic plan to seize Western colonies in Southeast Asia and the Pacific. These resource-rich regions will fuel the Japanese war machine and allow it to continue more or less unhindered, as long as the colonial powers and the United States can be kept at bay. Now, what I want to do next is I want to actually look at what we need to do here and what the effects are gonna be. So we know that we want to join the Axis, which is here somewhere. Go right? Nope. I think it's under the new path. Claim Cyprus. Alright, I'm gonna have to... Oh, here it is. Join the Axis. Alright, so joining the Axis will join us in the Axis. Idiots, Germanophobes require court of fascists. Changing political landscape. Ultranationalism. Yeah, and we lose... Yeah, we just cannot join the Axis while being social democratic, unfortunately. Or turn to the Ittihad. Yeah. Military junta, which kills stability. Part of the military. So we're gonna actually start benefiting from the horrors of the past war. Changing political landscape anew. Yeah, okay, so all of these basically just turn us into a fascistic state. Not fascistic. No, actually fascistic, because support is going to be so massive that we won't be able to do anything. Foster Turkic nationalism, Eastern claims, war investments, usage collaboration, Claudius agreement. We get free of map. Okay, we give resources from Izmir to Germany and they give us free of map civilian factories. Alright. There's claims, but there's nothing else really here. Alright then, that's how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna do it. There's nothing else that we can do anyway. So did we kill... No, actually it's... Oh yeah, we did. Alright, it's gone. Completed. Army War Games. We'll get them available soon. Good, good, good. Well, I mean... The path is clear. The amount of food that we have is terrible though. So with this newly added strain, 73 days. The German Reich claims memo. With German forces on their borders poised to attack, Lithuania has given into a German ultimatum demanding the surrender of the old Prussian territory of Memo. It was passed to Lithuanians by the Treaty of Versailles, but now has been reintegrated into the region of Ostpreußen. Have we yet reached the extent of German territorial ambitions in Europe? Experts are doubtful. What do you think? Alright, you guys need to drill. Yeah, we don't have anywhere near enough mounted artillery pieces, but we're working on that, you know. It's gonna get better. It's always gonna get better. So the Bosdons can... Where's the other artillery? Here, Toprak. And the radio equipment can be up here as part of the other equipment. That's really nice. We're almost at 10 per day. So that is gonna be decent production. We have enough of the Topraks in storage now. So when we get the new artillery in for the 3 days, it'll be okay to start upgrading without any issue in supply. We might even be doing a little bit too good. Yeah, but I mean, you know, we need to have enough in reserve because the infantry units are just heavily dependent on them. So without that, there can be no peace. Yep. And we'll need to use some of the political power. They're actually mobilizing, or, you know, the standing army. This is gonna need to be next, because unfortunately that's gonna hit us. But... Oh, we can't. Okay, we just can't do that one. Alright, well, until we get fascists, we are locked with this amount of manpower, which is a little bit bad, because we cannot really do much in growing our army then. Actually, I can use technology. Technologia. Technologia. Which will give us 0.1, 0.1, 0.2. So we can get all the way down here, so it's 0.4. And it's actually going to be, you know, couple tens of thousands, about 30, 40. So maybe we can get more units. But I can't really recruit more, because as we're going to be expanding our mountaineer units, we will need more and more men for them. So if I recruit more infantry units, we're pretty much done with that and can't do anything. I could potentially build these recruitment centers as we discussed before, but that is so expensive, it might not be worth. Hey, actually we got more civilian factories now, so we're already working on you. Nice. And with the finishing of the last civilian factory, this is gonna be now on full. Hopefully it's gonna be finished sooner. And then we also need this one, but we'll have to put up another military factory just so the overflow of factories is taken care of. Alright, so this is looking good. And if the amount of infantry equipment we're producing, how come you guys are getting so little? Do we have any recruitment running? No. Did I forget to mark you as elites? Oh yeah, I didn't save it, did I? That is my issue. I just do that from time to time. Now you're gonna get it. Hungary leaves the League of Nations. Hungary rips apart League of Nations membership. Today, just hours after renouncing the Treaty of Trianon, which cost Hungary almost 14 million of its 21 million inhabitants, Hungary informed the League of Nations that the presence of its ambassadors within Hungarian borders is no longer tolerated, and that not one pengo more would make its way into the League's pocket. Thus, Hungary fulfilled the national promise and mantra Nem Nem Soha, no, no, never, and the League of Nations suffers another blow. By now, analysts have come to the conclusion that the League is bordering on total insignificance, and the ramifications of this are yet to be seen. Well, we know what the ramifications are going to be. We just need someone to say it out loud. Personal grenades. Oh, that's actually really good. Oh, I would like to upgrade this one, because this is actually a hard attack and soft attack of this amount is actually pretty good, but it requires us to, yeah. You know what? Let's wait to assign this once we have enough for that. So tank radios, nope, but truck radios, yes. Placing radios into a truck gives the commander the power to coordinate his actions even faster and more coordinated, so he can react faster to enemy movement. And let me see, can we give radios? Oh yes, we can, to infantry, special forces. Oh, I still can't. Alright, well, never mind, but we're getting there. This should have increased the amount of necessary radios significantly, because it's gonna go to command HQ. No? Either way, but we just now finished the advanced, what's it called? advanced machine tools and concentrated industry 3. So that is a significant boost to all of our production lines. A significant boost indeed. Yeah, significant boost indeed. So we're gonna start with this in the next episode. We're also gonna get the excavation 2 soon and the light artillery. So big things are happening in Turkey. So we need to figure out what we're gonna research next and how we're gonna make that happen. And did we finish? Yes, we finished the civilian factory. So now we're working on you. We're gonna be finished at the end of this year. But I'll take that. 12 rubber is 12 rubber. And you're gonna be finished in 1942. But hey, that's not gonna happen. Because this one with the guy is gonna be finished, and then, well, it's gonna take a little bit more time than a regular factory, but we'll be able to start producing the armored cars, which in effect are gonna significantly boost our performance. And when I mean significant, I really mean significant, because the breakthrough alone is really nice. And I'm not even talking about the reconnaissance boost, which is so significant that it cannot be understated. Nice, nice, nice. And you're getting even a bonus to mountain warfare and hills warfare. So yeah, good choice. So thank you very much. See you in the next one.